can't believe it. Football, bloody hell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Magnificent 24/7 Reds podcast. It's good to be back. It's been about a month for myself. I've got my panel today. I've got Killian and I've got Dazza. How are you guys?
Oh, good, bro. Happy Easter.
Oh, good.
Happy Easter, guys.
Christ is risen, Jono. Christ is risen.
Hope you got loads of chocolate, boys. I'm sure Phil has.
Yes, that Cadbury, yeah. No, we haven't been on for a while. Yeah, no, it's great to be back. Great to be back. Well, we'll dive into yesterday's game, but yeah, no, all good. Great to see you, Dazza and Jono.
Yeah. Likewise.
You too, yeah. Good to be back. So yeah, straight into the game yesterday, and we'll go into Liverpool game later on as well. But yeah, we'll start with yesterday. I'll start with you, Killian. What was your thoughts? It wasn't the performance we wanted. I worked for the first half, so I caught the second half and then catch back, but there wasn't much highlights for me to catch up on. It was a shocking performance.
Yeah, you didn't miss too much in the first half. We just got pelted. It's a tough watch. It was a tough watch, but I know social media blew up last night for obvious reasons, nicking the win and then letting it go. I foresaw this. I won't lie to you. I foresaw this. The international break couldn't have come at a worse fucking time. After that huge win, which we'll finish off with in the pod, because I like to keep it a bit positive, and that was one for the ages, that game. But two unnecessary fucking international games. Why? We talk about players not being robots, and every season since last season, it was insane having a World Cup at Christmas time. You saw we were in, was it decent enough form coming in, and then afterwards we were stop-start, and it was very difficult. And we thought injuries last season were bad. Look at the injuries this season. It's unprecedented, and it's only going to get worse, in my opinion.
Personally, I'd say it goes back further than that as well. I'd say it goes back to just before COVID, and when we came back from COVID, we were catching up on all the games from COVID. Then we had to have a Euros and World Cup back to back. It's just too much.
Yeah.
I said this to Kelly yesterday. I just think there's never good games after an international break. So there 11 games there was in the Premier League, right? 6 draws yesterday and today. 6 draws.
Yeah.
So, listen, there's no excuse, right? It's no excuse, but it is a contributory factor. It absolutely is. There's no doubt about it. The players are playing too much football, and that's not coming away from yesterday's result. That's just in general. Varane's been vocal about it. There's players, past, present, are very vocal about it. The players are playing too much football, and as Killian rightly says, 2 irrelevant games of football. I mean, some of the boys like Casemiro, jet lagged. Leacher didn't even want to use Leacher really, but more injuries. Honestly, if Ten Hag didn't have bad luck, he would have no luck. Honestly, that guy, this season's cursed. I just want to get this season done and out of the way and start again. I just want to start again.
Yeah, press the reset button. But it's only going to get worse, as we've seen. Like, we know the setup of the next Champions League, whether we're in it or not, remains to be seen. It's not looking too likely, but you never know. We might sneak the 5th. But if it comes to the Premier League getting the extra team in, but yeah, like, we know the setup for next season. More games, more and more games as we go on and on and on, and
it all goes back to financial mismanagement. It all goes back to the ownership not having a good squad depth, quality squad depth. Man City can deal with it because they've got a good quality squad depth. Real Madrid can deal with it. Barcelona can deal with it. Barcelona are in more debt than us, and they can deal with it. We need to switch on now. We need to switch on.
And I'll add another point as well. Like obviously like with Ineos coming in, there's obviously the positions that have been coming out, like director of football and all that. I think it's not noted enough that the recruitment team needs a something is wrong with that recruitment team. I know we got the doctor in last year from Arsenal, who Arsenal had loads. Disparity. Arsenal had loads of injuries last year with our doctor. Now he's come to us. We've got all the fucking injuries, and they've had none, really, compared to us.
I think fans, I think United fans need to realise what's happening currently in terms of the changeover of the sporting side of things. It's not going to happen overnight. You know, this season for me, it's a write-off in terms of expectations, because just injuries, it's just crazy, you know, and rightly so that Ineos came in. It was a bit too late for the January window, but you weren't going to do any miracles in the January window anyway. So I think, for me personally, I'm just going to wait until next season and we see where we're at. But just in terms of the game,
for the summer, I think we've got to concentrate on getting the people in for the summer. Like going on Dan Ashworth, if that's the guy they want, I'd just pay the £10 million compensation, because he could probably make you that if that's the guy the club want, pay the money, because he can probably make you that by finding, say, instead of going for an Anthony for 80 million, what the club would do before, he probably knows someone who is 20 million, who's just as good, and you're making that £10 million back by not overspending on the so-called name.
Daz is shaking his head there. Wait, what, you're not happy with that?
No, I like what Jim's doing. You're just talking there, Jono, about overspending for players. You can't then go to another club and get your pants taken down. So,
especially by those fucking barcode dickheads.
Yeah. So I think I've seen the Ten Hag out brigade are all over the place now, right? This guy's still working under a shit regime. You've got to remember that. Barada's not in yet. Ashworth's not in yet. Jason Wilcox has not arrived yet. They're coming, but they're not in yet. I think we'll get Dan Ashworth for about £6.5 million. I think we'll get Jason Wilcox for a wee bit less than that. But this thing, it takes time. It takes time. Even if Qatar had 100% bought the club, it would still take time. And I'm gonna enlighten you, some of the younger viewers, Jono. See where we are now. This is probably 1989, 1988, 89, all over again, right? Fergus had a couple of tough years. We're a cup team. That's what we are. People need to realise where we are. We're a cup team. We're not good enough. 75% of that squad are not good enough for what you want. So you need to understand where you are to understand how to progress. And where we are is we're a cup team. It's 1989, 1990 all over again. And what needs to happen now is you need to back the manager now. You need to back the manager and instill his philosophy, get rid of the players that aren't good enough, allow him to get rid of the players that aren't good enough, and allow him to bring people in. And that will happen. I believe that will happen.
I'm with you on that. I believe Ten Hag, they're sticking with Ten Hag. I believe this.
I do. 100%.
And rightly fucking so. Like, honestly, people who say Ten Hag out haven't looked at the broader picture. They think we're living in life.
Biggest thing I'll say, Kelly, is this: all the Ten Hag out people, and you might very well be Ten Hag out, and that's your opinion. Everybody's valid their opinion, right? But I'll say it to you this way to make it easier to understand. See, if you've been married 5 times in 11 years, right? The problem's not your fucking wife. The problem is you, right? The problem is you. Let's have it right.
Speak for yourself there, bro, yeah?
If you've been married 5 times in 11 years.
Fuck right? Me, bro. I don't got the money for that shit.
5 full-time managers in 11 years. That's not including the temporary managers as well. So let's just have a reality check. Let's understand where we are. Let's understand that Jim's in but it's a process. Jim's already said it's going to take 2 or 3 years. You're going to have to show patience. So, like I would say to all United fans, it's 1989, baby. We're a cup team. We're going to win. I think we'll win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And that's a highlight.
I think that as well, bro.
That's a highlight.
Would you guys be happy if we got 5th and won the FA Cup? For this season?
Yes. Yeah. Given the season we've had, yes. Yeah.
If we get into the Champions League, I can't bear another season in Europe. I just can't. I'd rather us not be in Europe. But that's just my personal opinion.
I'm the same.
But be a cracker of a season if that happened, if that materialised. Just back to the Brentford game, we were the way it went. Obviously, it felt like a loss, and it was a devastating loss at that. But we shouldn't have got anything out of that game. We didn't deserve anything out of that game.
Agreed.
Most of our players played international week. Most of Brentford's players didn't. They were fresh as fuck. They ran us over. And that's just science.
How they play?
Yeah, and hats off to them.
We knew we were going to get peppered, right? Scoring goals is not Brentford's issue. Brentford can do that to anybody, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I seen the Man City game. I know Ten Hag's getting criticised for it, but I seen that Man City game. Man City were lucky to get out of there. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, man.
The best of teams.
I don't know. Do you know the positive? The positive is, see, 2 months ago we'd lost that game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Fucking great point. We would have lost that game. 100%.
We'd have lost that game 2 months ago.
And a quick one. I'm absolutely over the moon for Mason Mount. I'm over the moon. That boy has had a shocker of a season, down to injuries and all the rest. Yeah. We keep on talking about injuries.
Do you know who else?
Onana.
How big is Onana now? You got to
stick with say, bro.
You don't go for top 3 in the world statistically to ship. This guy's faced, I seen a stat today, he's faced 470 shots, which is like double more than anybody else. Manchester United have faced more shots than any team in the Premier League this season. Like, that's an incredible stat, but this is down to the injuries. It's down to having a different back four every fucking week. If you cannot see that, different back fours in one game,
bro. If fans can't see that and the bigger picture, bro, Specsavers, please, off your pop, yeah. Honestly, but here, listen, Onana, that double save, even with the second shot with the foot, that remind me of De Gea, bro.
Yeah.
But
they would have saved that.
Yeah, fucking hell. No, here, the way the game fell was devastating. But we got a draw. It's not great, but it is what it is. We fucking move on.
I said last night that could end up being an important point. And I know Barrow, he's not here. I was going to chin Barrow today. Barrow was fucking giving it. And I asked him in the chat, what would you have done differently? Like, with the squad available and the setup of the team as it is, like, you're giving Ten Hag pelters, but like, what would you have done differently? What could you have done differently?
Tell me another manager since Ten Hag came in. Tell me another manager that's gone through what he's fucking gone through. The circus is every fucking week. Sancho, Ronaldo. We keep on talking about this shit.
Oh shit!
Sancho's starting Dortmund now. Sancho's starting his shit in Dortmund now.
Oh fucking yeah! Add another 10 million for him there, boss. Yeah. Who brought Mainu through? Who brought Garnacho through? Who's bringing all the youngsters through? Eric Ten fucking Hag.
Yeah.
All right. Kobe Mainu, generational. Jono, fucking hell. But like, seriously, give him some props every single week or something. Just give him a clean slate. It's like Onana, right? Here's a metaphor. Onana played in Ajax, quality. Played in Inter, quality. What's the common denominator? Proper structure, proper consistent back four, and a proper
players.
Proper structure, proper instructions from the manager, blah, blah, blah. And then he comes to United and it's an absolute shit show, like from top to bottom. Give him just honestly, fans that are losing it with Ten Hag and blah, 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 flip-flopping and all the rest, just give the man time. Let him at least have one more season. Like, without all the madness.
What manager would they bring in that they think would do better than what Ten Hag's doing with this group of players? Because what you've got to remember is you're not going to get a clear out. You might get a clear out now with Jim in charge, but Ten Hag wasn't going to get a clear out. It's 3 in, 3 out per year. So who's going to do that? Who's going to be able to do that?
I know I know I don't want to bring up City and all the rest, but and all the like they're cheating bastards and all the rest, but and so is Pep. But when Pep Guardiola turns around and says, I wished Eric Ten Hag had succeeded me at City, when someone of that stature and that ilk gives a manager props like that, you fucking stand up and you listen. That guy is special.
But
so give him time.
10 years,
back the cunt.
If we let him go, it'll be the worst decision in 10 years. I'm telling you now.
He'll take over another team and he'll dominate.
Yeah.
Is the link there already from his youth coaching? If he left, he'd go to Bayern.
Mate, if he left, everyone would be after him. Imagine if Howe got the bullet and Newcastle got him with that budget, with that structure. Mate, there'd be more than a fucking dressing room picture. I tell you something. Nah, stick with him. Have patience. This guy just needs a stable fucking ship, and that's it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So, Daz or Jono, well, we might just go to Daz just in terms of your all overall thoughts of the Brentford result, whatever, and then Jono as well.
Yeah, so it was piss poor. It was a piss poor game of football. Brentford played exactly how I thought they would play. They would try and stifle us. They told us during the week how they were going to play. They were going to cut Bruno off, and that's exactly what they done. You could drill down into the minutiae of each player. I'm not going to do that. We know that there's some players just not good enough. I'm not going to destroy them, but they're not good enough. They shouldn't be starting for us. I don't mind them being in the squad, but they're not starters. The midfield was let down, I think, yesterday. But yeah, we shouldn't have got anything out of it. If he'd asked me at 80 minutes, would you take a draw? I'd probably say yeah, because I thought we were on the rack for a bit. I thought they were going to steal it. I still I'm in the chat, I was saying to them, we're going to nick this game. We're going to nick this game. We're going to win this game. We're going to steal it. And then we scored. And then it was Fulham all over again. It was Fulham all over again. All over the place. Again, changing the centre-backs didn't help. Leacher, nowhere near ready yet, but forced into action. And McTominay.
That's it.
I'm not going to go there.
That's it, right. So, for the viewers and listeners, me and Dazza have a very, we usually agree on a lot of things, but something we're not agreeing on, Ivan Toney. I want you to give me, for me, right, Ivan Toney, I just love his arrogance. I love that he's a shithouse. I love his confidence. In my opinion, I think he's a great fucking footballer. I won't lie. Like, I think he's a great footballer. And I think, I know me and Daz have talked about this, and I name dropped the sort of the Cantona-esque potential catalyst for.
I'll come back to that.
Something. But I just think he adds so much. Now, his off the field bullshit, I'm not, obviously I fucking hate that shit, but what happens on the pitch is what I care about. But I think he'd really add something. Now, my question to Daz is just tell the viewers, our listeners, why you don't want Toney.
So let me caveat it by saying this, right? I think Ivan Toney's a very, very good player. I think he's a very, very good player, right? And the off-field stuff I'm not even going to talk about. I just think as a striker, he's a very good striker. His stats are decent. But you mentioned Cantona and players of that ilk, right? Players of that ilk would have scored yesterday. Players of that ilk would have scored and put us away yesterday. Ruud van Nistelrooy scores yesterday. Cantona scores yesterday. Wayne Rooney scores yesterday and puts us away. And I think he's good. I think he's very good at our level. But I think to where we want to go, I don't think he's for us. I think Rasmus Højlund has the potential to be light years ahead of him. That boy's working on scraps. So we need to bring someone in that's not going to curtail him. And that's why I would go for Victor Gyökeres.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, and I'm not even going to pretend I've seen him or watched him, because I don't. But I know Daze is an absolute mastermind when it comes to delving into stats and researching players. So I'll take your word for it, bro.
I'm talking about Victor Gyökeres. The Joker.
Boom, Paul, Pill, have to agree with Daze. Yeah, again, I'd love to agree. I'm taking Daze's word for it. But yeah, moving on a slight bit. Jono, what was your overall thoughts of the game, bro?
It wasn't a good watch, but we got the point, and as we said, every point is going to matter at the end of the season. I was on the Erling Road podcast this week representing the mag. Really good guys. Make sure you check them out. And I said we said it was going to be a hard game.
Yeah.
One thing I was surprised with, and even speaking to the guys from Brentford, is they were saying they don't have problems normally scoring. They have normally problems defensively. So So I was quite surprised yesterday watching them attack. I thought we were going to concede quite a few when I was watching that game, because I know they can attack.
You should have done.
So from a neutral, I bet they're probably quite disappointed. But we got a point, and that's all we can. We just have to move on now to Chelsea, who are struggling.
Can I just say one more thing on it? I was conscious of Tony yesterday night, because obviously we've had this chat all season. Do you know who worried me more? Wissa.
He's good.
Wissa worried me more.
He reminds me of Weghorst in a way. He brings it all. He gives you everything. And to be fair, he's got a goal in him. He does have a... Nerand, he reminds me of Shearer. Yeah. Right. April Fool's aim for tomorrow, is it? Just buzzing there. Here, listen, each to their own. Everyone has an opinion, and fully respecting their own fair play.
I like Tony. I think I personally I'd take Coney, because he's a different striker than Rasmus, and I think that's what we need. I think we need a different type of striker, not like Rasmus is where your traditional in the box striker, just shoot the balls to him. And I think Tony's slightly different than that. I think they're slightly different players, and I think they could complement each other quite well. As two strikers.
Nerad's clarifying it's Gyökeres, not Visit. Yeah, now fair enough. That's fair enough, Nerad. Just buzzing, brother.
The boy's a star. I'm telling you now, he's decent.
I like the guy. We were linked with him before he went moved from Salzburg. The guy at Leipzig.
Sesko. Benjamin Sesko.
He's decent.
Yeah, Daz ain't happy. Yeah, he's not.
Peter Crouch, Muck 2.0.
Yeah.
Again, decent players. These are decent players. I want best in class. The best young players. That's what I want. The best young players around.
What makes you think Gyökeres is the best in class, bro?
I think he's one of the best youth strikers, younger strikers around. I think his eye for goal, his power, his speed. He's very similar to Højlund. And I think he's a pressing monster.
We linked with the guy. I can't remember his name. There's a guy from AC Milan. Is that
Raphael?
A youngster.
Leo, he's a winger.
No, not Leo. There's a youngster and he scored like stupid amount of goals in the youth system at AC Milan. Apparently, we've been looking.
Not scored
at
any more
it.
than Charlie McNeil.
Yeah, that's a good one, bro. Yeah.
Apparently, we were looking at him. I'm not
I'd
sure if it's
go
true.
for one of the young lads. I'm a massive fan of Charlie McNeil. I know Joe Hugo's very good as well and has potential. But for me, yeah, of course. He's more of a winger, though, to be fair. But yeah, here, listen. Charlie McNeil, I'm a massive fan of his. I really hope. I think he needs a really good loan, and then we'll see how he gets on.
Yeah, good one.
But
I know Daz is still on the Kane train.
Oh, Dazza loves a bit of Kane, bro. Candy Kane, what?
I think if he's available, we should be all over him.
Dazza, how?
He's not going to win the Bundesliga, is he?
Think he's available, bro?
I just think he's available.
The truth will come out.
I see what Daz is saying, because he's gone to Bayern to win them the Bundesliga again, and he's gone to a one league team. And
no, you see,
he's screwed it over again.
If he's available,
he's got Spurs now. He's turned them into Spurs. Turned Bayern into Spurs.
Dazza thinks he's coming back to break the PL record, bro. That's what he thinks. Now,
I think if he's available, we should be all over him. It's a deal would be done.
That's it. That's the name I meant.
Oh, look, Francesco Camarada is who John was talking about from AC. I won't lie, I don't know him from the arse from the elbow, bro. But yeah, I'll take your word for that. 16-year-old Francesco. There's Chase there. 16-year-old Francesco Camarada. He's already started against Fiorentina. 16?
The chaser with the stats.
Stat padding. James Gilmer. There's big up, lads. How are you, James? Hope you're well, brother. So will we move on then a bit?
Yeah.
Kane and Gyökeres.
Relax. It ain't Christmas yet, bro. No, here. If we get Kane, I know we've been battling it out. No, I'm not a fan of this merry-go-round of getting all the strikers, but Kane's Kane, in fairness, and he's still got a lot in him, and he guarantees goals, so I'm not going to say no to him. If we get him, be fucking
delighted. If I could get anyone, I'd get Usman. But it'd be a lot of money.
Look at Dazza, bro. He ain't happy.
Would you not take Usman?
Over Kane? Not on your fucking life.
No, yeah, listen. No,
sorry,
Dazza, bro.
We need best in class. Best in class. That's like saying you take Les Ferdinand over Alan Shearer. No chance, man. No chance.
You need Philo in here. You need Philo or Benno in the room, bro. He's missing out. No, here, listen. I'm a huge fan of Osman. I'm sorry. And when you look at, you see, I look at the ages. I know where you're coming from with the Kane thing.
Yep.
But the age, when you look at Osman, he's only what's Osman, 25, 26?
Yeah.
No, he's older than that, I think.
He's only a wee bit. But the way I look at it is, and he's in these last 3 or 4 years, look at what Hoyland could learn. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and then he can come back and bust the Premier League record. Take it off that barcode, motherfucker. Sorry, Mum.
Well, that's how you really feel. Let's see. You are killing Dazza with your opinions at the moment. No. Here, listen. No, we respect each other's opinions, but that's the beauty of football. Yeah, everyone loves having a different opinion. That's why we're chatting. But let's just sort of take it back a bit, just in terms of the potential players. If you could get one player in the summer, who would it be? Out any position?
Me?
I'm going to go quick because I have a feeling you're going to name the same fucking player. For me, it's Frankie de Jong all over. He's the cog that Eric wanted, and I think I think we need to get the player for Eric Ten Hag if it's possible. Daza, who are you taking if you can take anyone?
João Neves.
I'm not going to argue with that quality player. Jono?
I've said it's not realistic, this one, but with what's happening at Madrid with Mbappe, I've said my dream signing would be Vinicius Junior. I've said it for years. I think I love that player.
You need things to happen first, though.
If Mbappe, when Mbappe goes to Madrid, go for Vinicius Junior. He's having his problems in Spain as well. He might be up.
Yeah, because they're racist fucking pricks. That's why.
I love him.
Love him. Love Vinny. Fucking love Vinny. Beautiful player. He reminds me, not the same sort of play, but he plays with love and happiness the way Ronaldinho used to play. I just love that. Just breeds the game. Loves it.
People thought Anthony could be. Vinicius is what people thought Anthony could be.
Yeah. Well, here, listen.
I still think there's a player there.
Yes. Don't be killing Anthony now. Boom pill. Listen, I did want De Jong, but I can't go through that saga again, mate. Oh no, here, listen, bro. Either do I, but I think if he's available, we got to get him for the manager because that was the number one target. That's the only reason I'm saying. But boom pill, I get you, bro. Nerad, Calvin Phillips. Bro, we know you're messing, bro. Seamus is coming in. Antonio Silva, Benfica, 90 million. Oh, that's a lot of money.
He's a very good player.
He is very good.
He's a very good player.
You see, the problem, I'm sure he is a great player, but the problem I have with it, I've only seen Ruben Diaz play well from the Portuguese league, and to be fair, and me or you could play in the fucking City team because you're surrounded by superstars, but no, Ruben Diaz is a quality player, brilliant player. So yeah, maybe if Antonio Silva's of the same ilk, yeah, why not?
Difficult conversation because the situation around left back. Do you think we need to sign a left back this summer?
100%.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
And who do you go for? I was having this argument with someone on Twitter yesterday because they said they don't think it's a priority. I definitely think it. I love Shaw, but since his big injury, he's keep getting knocks every year, and we all know what's going. Well, we don't know what's going on with Malacia. No one knows what's going on with Malacia. I hope he's all right. But that's gone very quiet on Malacia. So I think we definitely need to get someone in.
Yeah, they say silence is golden, but when it's to do with someone that's injured, it ain't golden. It's the opposite. It's rotten. So I wish him well in everything. I really hope it comes true for him, but I don't think he's coming back personally. And I really hope. I love the boy, love the kid Malacia, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So let's kick on. You all right there, Dad?
I'm fine.
He's in the stars, bro.
No, I'm just like, why would somebody think that left back's not a priority, man?
Oh yeah, sorry. We were talking about that. Yeah. I don't know who's out there at left back now. I know two players that are doing the bit. Now, I'm a huge fan of Estepina. I think he from Ecuador, left back Ecuadorian for Brighton. I think he's a great player.
He had a bad injury this season, though, didn't he? Estepina.
Did he? Yeah. Now the only other one.
Who's the guy at Fulham? He's quite good, isn't he? Is he left back? Was he right back? I can't remember. There's a guy at Fulham. He's quite good, I believe.
Are you talking about Dicardova Reed?
I think so. Yeah, he's decent.
I quite fancy like giving Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox a bit of a bash and bringing in an unknown.
What about Grimaldo? Bayer Leverkusen left back.
Yeah, he's good. Very good.
Just a quick one before we move on. Grimaldo or what's your man's name? The right back that we've been linked to loads of times. Nah, the Brian Boyer Leverkusen right back. The black fella.
They're both good, but Romano is very good.
What's his name?
Frimpong.
Yes. You're not a
That's
fan
a
of him.
hate Frimpong.
I hate him.
No, I think he's brilliant.
If you could get his going forward play with Wan-Bissaka's defensive play, they're the best wing back in the world. He can't defend. He can't fucking defend.
I'll tell you
something.
You know, right?
6 months. 6 months ago, I would have said right backs a top priority. I wouldn't say it is a top priority anymore. I think left back is a lot.
But Jono, we've signed the kid for 50 million quid, right? He's tiny. He's literally tiny. You need Killian, look him up. YouTube. Frimpong. He's tiny.
Yeah, bro. Evra was tiny.
No, but Evra was stocky. This kid's
but Malassi is tiny.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said nothing, but no, you know what I mean, bro. No, here.
He can't defend.
Do you know any left back that? I don't know fucking it. Here. Could we potentially give... This is a wild one. Could we potentially keep Wan-Bissaka at left back? Because in my opinion, Wan-Bissaka is an animal. He is. I love Wan-Bissaka, bro. I think he's fucking gold. I love him.
I think him and Dalot will share right back next season.
5, 6 months ago, I probably would have said we need a right back, but I don't think
Shaw. I think they'll keep Shaw, but they need to sign a young one to replace. Just to see what's happening.
Nah, Shaw needs to go, bro. I'm sorry. Needs to fucking go. His injury record is a shocker.
But they're not going to get rid of him.
But if he goes, we're going to have to get 2 left backs.
Well, we do. Don't forget, Benfica don't look like they're too keen on Fernandez. So he's coming back, potentially.
Yeah, but if he's not good enough for Benfica, is he good enough for Man United?
Well, don't forget about Harry Amas as well. We've a few there. I'd love to see the youth come through. That's what we're all about. But sure, here, listen. Let's not delve into that too much. Right. We talked about the Brentford game. It is what it is. We move on. But let's end this fucking pod on a high. That Liverpool game, boys. Dazza, kick us off there, bro.
All I'm going to say to the viewers and listeners is this, right? We've got a chat like on WhatsApp, right? And honestly, me, fellow, I need to look back who else. We're absolutely adamant we weren't losing that game. Even when there was like 5 minutes to go. Yeah, I think you were part of that. We all know who was negative, Nelly. Okay, Victor Meldrew.
Benno.
Yeah, Benno.
Philip.
Phil was there. But,
I'm only digging at him because he bolted again tonight.
I know. But I just had a feeling we weren't ever going to lose that game. And I'd said it in the prediction during the week before it. Everyone's writing us off. And that's when I think we're at our best, when we're written off. And like some of the Scousers, I've seen some of their shit last week, the week before it. They're going to turn us over. They're going to 7-0 again and all that bollocks. And what they failed to, what they underestimated, what a lot of United fans underestimated is, like I said at the start of the pod, we're a cup team. We're Moments FC. We're not a league team just now. We're a cup team. Cups are bread and butter, one-off games. And I thought Garnacho was incredible. I thought he was incredible. And when you find out he'd only trained twice that week, mentality was
again as well.
Onana, Menu, that boy. I'm sure he's got Jedi powers. Menu, he's got the Force.
A big shout out to him for making his England debut as well.
He's got the Force.
Shout.
I'm telling you, he's got the Force.
Big shout out to Manu for making his England debut as well.
Yeah, I know. Here, listen. I know we are talking about the irrelevance of those two in terms of the workload for the season for the players, but for him to him and Garnacho to make their first starts for their country is unbelievable. And I don't really watch England, to be fair, but I always want the United players to do as well as possible. And he's just magic. He's magic. No one can touch that boy. Honestly.
Could you imagine if John Murtaugh hadn't have fucked up the signing of Jude Bellingham? And you'd had a midfielder, Casemiro, Menu, and Bellingham.
And Ollie's, don't forget Ollie's Ollie's fucking overlap with Gary Neville and the boys. He wanted fucking Rice as well. We could have had the England fucking midfield, 3 boys. I think Rice is a top draw player, even though he's a bit bipolar when it comes to choosing his country. But nah, he's English. He's fucking English. No, let's see.
But yeah, it was good.
So, just in terms of post Fergie era matches, here we go. No, he's talking about Barcelona '84, bro.
I agree. 100%.
Was that what you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier on.
Barcelona. No, post Fergie though.
Oh, post Fergie.
Right here, listen. Let's open it up. Let's open the doors. All right. Right, Nerad is coming in here. Nerad, you need to subscribe, bro. We'll get you on the next pod, bro. Barcelona '84 will never be top for me regarding games at Old Trafford, but that came close. Nerad, absolute banger. I'm not going to lie to you. I was only born in 1986, but I've seen that game a gazillion fucking times. And for Brian Robson's United to beat fucking Maradona's fucking Barcelona, just fucking dreamland stuff.
If anybody needs to see what a proper captain is, they just need to watch that game back. Brian Robson humbled Maradona's Barcelona. Humbled them.
Carried off the pitch. Nerad is bouncing in. Nerad's on a buzz tonight, bro. We love you, Nerad, whoever you are, bro.
I'm with him. He's on my wavelength.
He's the next new MAG member, bro. No, here, top notch, yeah. No, beautiful game. I think the best game I've ever seen.
I'd
got to be. That was one of the best games, and 100% post Fergie, the best game of it. It was. It's just.
Obviously, I'm a bit younger than both of you, but that's probably the best game I've seen.
Sure, you're only 20, what?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm only joking. No, here, that's it. I'm only buzzing, John. I know you're saying United 84 against Barca. The game I thought was of epic proportions on the same scale. United Arsenal FA Cup semi-final with the Giggsy, incredible. It had everything. Mm-hmm. It had everything.
Mm-hmm.
It had Beckham's fucking beautiful goal, and let's not forget the players that were playing in that game.
Wasn't it Old Trafford, but if it had been
no. If we're talking Old Trafford, yeah, we're talking Old Trafford. I think. Yeah, you're gonna find it hard to beat that '84, but yeah, that game. Let's talk a bit before we wrap.
That was prime Maradona.
Yeah,
like Primo Diego, and he get annihilated. He was in Brian Robson's fucking pocket, by the way.
Yeah. I must say I do envy you and the boys, the older boys that witnessed them in the flesh and in the like. I only
a kid.
Yeah, but I only like.
I must say one getting carried off like a king. Yeah. Carried off. It was incredible. Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah. But just before we wrap things up, let's just sort of talk about the magic of that game. I always believed, but every time we got a bit of a glimpse of the possibility of winning, Liverpool just got these fucking luck. They seem to have all the luck in that game, the deflected goals, and we just kept on coming back. It was just that never fucking say die attitude. Yeah. But here, listen, Oh, mate. Against the fucking Dippers.
Football,
I've heard
hell.
from plenty of fans, actually, that was the craziest atmosphere they've ever been to, ever.
Yeah.
Old Trafford
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
I was emotional. We were talking after the game, Kelly.
I must say, when
emotional.
Anthony scored, was it Anthony?
Yeah.
When it was, I think when Rashford scored, I cried because I knew when Rashford got that goal, I was like, we're winning it. We're definitely winning it. But I always believed that we could snatch it anyway. I thought we were still there. But it was so emotional. It was an emotional roller coaster. But if you didn't enjoy that fucking game, football ain't for you, bro. It ain't for
I
you.
think the ending was brilliant though as well. Ahmed to score and then take his shirt off and celebrate. I don't care yet. What the best red card ever? Best great red card.
I didn't even know he got sent off. I was running around my fucking gaff. I was screaming. Honestly, mate.
One of the very first podcasts that I was involved in with the mag was we were talking about the FA Cup, and I was telling Jono about why I love the FA Cup. That's why I love the FA Cup, because you don't get that anywhere. And do you know what made that atmosphere at Old Trafford? The fact there was 9,000 dippers at the other end.
Yeah. Saying fuck all. Yeah.
Big TC.
Big TC.
There he is. Big TC's in the house. We love TC.
I love TC, brother. I hope you enjoy. Well, no, we won't talk about last night.
Do you think that will help Ahmed's confidence going into the second half of the season as well? That goal.
I hope he starts or plays against Coventry in the semi-final. As we sort of alluded to earlier, it came at such a terrible time for the break, for the international break to come after, because that was a fucking buzz after that game. And then we were sort of hungover yesterday, and yeah, you know yourself.
Controversial opinion. I don't think Ahmad's good enough.
I don't think he is gonna get the opportunities to show he's good enough. That's my
There's a
thought.
player there, but he's not going to get the opportunity. I agree with Kellyanne. I think there's a player there.
I worry about he's lightweight. He's very lightweight. I know he's fast on the break.
Could we potentially turn him into a 10?
No. He's pushed off the ball too easy. For me, just for me, I just think he's pushed off the ball way too easy. I
think that's where he's going to play now.
spoke about this 2 weeks ago now. I'm being fucking ruthless now because Jim Ratcliffe, Trawlers at FC, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, Dan Ashworth, it's now got to be standards. And if you're not good enough, we have to say, thanks very much for your service. It's not going to work here. You need to move on. And that's what we need to be. And we need to be ruthless. Because if we're not ruthless, this 2-3 year patience will be another 10.
Yeah. And if you don't think those fuckers don't have a list of keeping, selling, benching, yeah, honestly, we know.
I think Ten Hag would get rid of
they all know who they're keeping, who they're selling, who they're saying you can stay, but you're not going to get the game time you might desire, blah blah blah. But anyway, it's been emotional. Yeah. It's good to be back. That's it. Great to see you. We're going to wrap things up fairly because it's Easter Sunday and all the rest, and the wives aren't too happy, does it?
Just remember, I am the resurrection and I am the light.
Hey. Jono, finish it off there, boy.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next week. Yeah, this has been the mag, and hopefully we beat Chelsea. Come on, United.
Manchester United, a bunch of bouncing Busby Blades. They deserve to be knighted.
Now football is a pleasant game, played in the sun, played in the rain, and the team that gets me excited. Manchester United and
Manchester United.